To turn on the machine. Hello everybody, I'm Henry Lee at Blue Heron Arts. We're going to learn how to paint orchid with a live model of a blooming Chinese cymbidium orchid. It's a fragrant wild orchid that has a long history of cultivation. It's a domestic flower. In the background, you can see more flowers blooming, narcissus and another orchid. So this one is 大富贵, the great fortune. It's a kind of spring orchid. Victoria will tell us more because she is an expert in growing Chinese orchid. Hi, Victoria.
Hi everybody, this is Victoria.
She's also a camera woman of herself. We're going to post it in various networks. But this one is live. You're watching on YouTube.
Hello everyone, this is Victoria. I'm going to paint this beautiful Chinese orchid today. First of all, I'm going to introduce this plant. This orchid, I grew them actually last spring. I got from Jack Zhu and with some flower, and this spring is blooming back.
It's award-winning
Inside,
plant.
inside I put on tree barks and some the little rock is called pumice, and also some potting mix, and on the top I put some moss to keep moisture, and this pot see with some side hole, and of course the bottom hole to let it breathe very well. And the spikes actually came out of this soil we call September, and grow slowly for months. This month, January, they start to bloom. Look at this, 3 spikes, and with this beautiful flower in 3 directions. See it? And the beautiful red center flower. This spike with 1 flower, and this with 2 flowers together. See the side view, the green petals with some red from the center, you can see even. And those are 2 flowers, this spike. So 3 spikes, and after blooming, I put in this clay pot, this high temperature clay. It's called zisha, and it's designed for the orchid, Chinese orchid. And last year, Henry, my husband, did this carving for this flower. This is called 大富贵, the big fortune, or big wealthy. Weird word, but it's good to have them in the Chinese New Year festival. Okay, now I'm going to paint it in Chinese brush painting. This actually, see the flower. In the Chinese painting, normally we concentrate on the leaves, and you see the flower. not very big. We are not concentrated on the emphasis on the flowers, but we do paint flowers. See the flower, not very big, and this category of the flowers are about, see how tall, about halfway of the leaves high, half, 1/3, this even shorter. So I'm going to paint the leaf first. Well, small, actually very, very fragrant, very fragrant. In Chinese, people call it king of the fragrance. I use mostly ink, but different. I can dilute it, and also I can add a little bit color tone to it. So this leaf is actually very hard, very stiff. It grows like every year, one or two group of them. The whole thing, the whole plant lasts decades. And the mature plant should have like 3 groups of this small one. I'm this growth, yeah, growth. I've got the word growth. 3 growths. What's the 3? Like one is old, it's blooming after blooming, but it's going to be retired, but it's still deliver the nutrients to others, and one is blooming, and some new one is not blooming size yet. So 3 generations of them should be so taller, longer, and shorter, and some very curvy, and some bend, and also some new shoots are very straight. So I'm going to paint it. Thoroughly wet the brush. Okay, I explained the leaf first. Leaf very stiff, so I choose the wolf hair brush. Indeed, it's like a stiff hair brush to do the leaves. I like to use a little bit color green. And with a little bit ink. I need more water. Actually, a little bit, I use this dropper. I can give just 1 drop of water here. Okay, that's about the leaves. I want to minimum things. And okay, later I will finish the whole thing. Later I will explain the leaves and the flowers during the painting. Now I'm do the flower thing. For the flower petal, I used a soft hair brush. Some people call goat or sheep hair, and some even synthetic. Anyway, you choose this light colored white, means soft hair to do the petal. Same thing, I wet it first. And I use the Chinese watercolor, the yellow and the indigo put together to make some green. Very light tonight. Okay, that's about the petal. And then I will use some red to dot the center. And also probably there I put some red tone color for the side view of this green petal. You see it? It's beautiful. And I like to watch it, the painting is it's very fragrant. So
What paper are you using?
this paper is kind of semi-sized, 80% sized. It's called the 竹锤. It's rice paper for Chinese painting, but the way they make them size is used like the punch and boiled to let it kind of sized.
The size with a procedure, not a
Right, not a
column.
chemical thing.
You can wind size the paper. I heard in the past, just hang it on a string for months. You get size effect also. This is steamed and punched paper. We don't know exactly, but it's 80% size, so it's
Right.
not very absorbent or smeary.
Yeah, that's good enough. And now I'm going to do this spike thing. See this spike. Um, there's some kind of the shell for the spike. Can you see it? And with some wing looking thing on that. Yeah, I do not have to paint that very specifically, so it's not going to be not elaborate, but to add some color is nice. This is 写意, but put some color. Well, still I use kind of red, a little bit of red tone, and with some ink for the color, kind of dark faded red. Yeah, kind of brownish thing. This is spike. Yeah, you should use larger brush. Just some hint. And then actually I can do some wing looking thing, just very. Yeah, that's about the whole thing about this 大富贵, big fortune, big wealthy flower, Chinese orchid. I'm not going to paint the pot, and this is some for decoration and also live Spanish mouse. Is give them a little bit, the friends moisture, maintain the moisture, and nice looking. It's live. It's air plant. I might to do some thing indicate this thing. if you like, you can paint the pot. Normally I don't paint the pot. Don't paint the pot. Let's see if I want to do that.
Okay, let me show you a painting I did in watercolor. So that's how it would look if you do the pot. It's ugly, right? Cut it off later.
Okay, do that. Do this very, simple thing. Okay, some people do that, and here's a hole. And here some carving, nice orchids. And some characters. The calligraphy I did, and my husband carved it for the big fortune. The name for this specific flower, and some nice carving here. Anyway, doesn't matter. And some Spanish moss probably. Just record this year how it grows, this big fortune orchid, and I'm not going to cover this. In Chinese painting, shows everything and record everything. You can see the trace, and also the most important thing is the line quality. Okay, now I finished this painting. And oh, I need to write and seal it, right?
Yes, of course. Sign it.
Sign it. Okay, so which brush I'm going to use? It doesn't matter. This is black.
Someone says beautiful.
Beautiful already. What? Here, 大富贵.
Yeah.
Big fortune.
That's the name of the flower.
Genzi.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
My name. Wei. And seal.
Okay. Perfect. I like that diagonal composition.
I need to get the seal paste. Can you get it for me, honey? Thank you. Thank you. Put this rubber pad underneath, or a piece of magazine to support it. And every direction, make sure even press, and then leave it. That's it.
Can you hold it?
I did for this camera.
This side. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks for watching, everybody.